man, did you see that? Oh my god, are you crying?
What? No, I just have something in my eye. It's nothing. I said it's nothing. Oh god, I can't believe it's over.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Clothesline. My name is Oren and this is our NXT Takeover Vengeance Day review. In case you don't know, here's how it goes. I'm going to talk about each and every one of the matches that took place tonight, give it an overall review of the show, and then I'm going to give it a score between 1 till 10, and there's even a 0 if the show was a complete catastrophe. But before we get to the show itself, we have to talk about what we saw on the pre-show when we saw the return of Eli Drake. I'm sorry, LA Knight? Wow, out of all the names, really? So yeah, now Eli Drake is LA Knight, and why? I mean, I'm happy to see him on NXT, but why the name change? I mean, you already had this deal with other people coming to NXT like Ricochet and EC3 and War Machine. Yeah, you changed their tag name, but they were still Hanson Road. So why not just keep him as Eli Drake? I mean, LA Knight, that just doesn't sound right. From there, we start the show with a little rap song from Josiah Williams, which I thought was really good. And we start with our first match of the night. The first match was the Women's Dusty Classic Finals as the team of Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon took on the team of Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. And this was a weird match. It was weird because of the fact that Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart were isolating Dakota Kai for the majority of the match. Also, Shotzi and Ember, I saw what you did there doing that move from Here Comes the Pain back on the PlayStation 2. Respect. And it just seems like they were acting as the heels of this matchup, when in reality, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are supposed to be the heels. So that went about half the match when Raquel Gonzalez finally got the hot tag and she came in like a freight train, beating down both Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. There were a couple of cool spots during the matchup when Ember Moon held the ropes for Shotzi Blackheart to swing herself to the outside. There was another spot near the end of the match where Raquel Gonzalez almost killed Ember Moon where she slingshot her from the ramp to the floor. And the ending came when Raquel Gonzalez planted a massive powerbomb on Shotzi Blackheart, pins her with Dakota Kai, and they win the Women's Dusty Classic. So congratulations are in order for Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. It was a good matchup, but I didn't really understand the first part of the matchup, why have the face team be so dominant. Also, there were a couple of referee botches throughout the matchup when Ember Moon was trying to pin Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota Kai is supposedly distracting the referee, but she's just sitting there. She's sitting there doing nothing. The referee's arguing with her for no reason. She could have at least acted up a little bit, but nevertheless, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez win, so congratulations. The next matchup was for the North American Championship when the North American champion Johnny Gargano defended the title against Kushida. Before the match even began, while the Way were making their way to the ring, Austin Theory gets kidnapped by Dexter Lumis, which was weird, but it did help even the odds as Johnny Gargano asked Candice LeRae and Indie Wrestling to find Austin Theory, leaving Johnny Gargano all by himself. From there, we get a match that is completely different from what I expected. It was very slow paced, very methodical as Kushida's working on Johnny's arm throughout the match. And yes, you can say that here also we have the face-heel dynamic changing up a little bit as Kushida has the upper hand throughout the match. But there's a reason for it. Kushida is more aggressive. He's more agitated by Johnny Gargano, and he just wants to break his arm. So storyline wise, it does make sense for Kushida to have a commanding lead. So this goes out throughout the matchup, keeping it at a very slow pace and methodical like I said, but in the end, it came to the fact that Johnny Gargano just got lucky. He got lucky because after Kushida did a 15-yard dash on top of the ramp to a Super Bowl field goal kick, he tries to trap Johnny Gargano in another arm submission, but Johnny's able to escape, and from there he's able to hit his finishing move on top of the ramp and inside the ring for the victory. So yes, a well-earned victory for Johnny Gargano, and he retains the North American Championship. And if we're looking at the series of events that transpired here tonight, I'm thinking that Dexter Lumis will be the next challenger in line. From there, we go to the Men's Dusty Classic Finals as MSK take on the team of the Grizzled Young Veterans. I just love saying that. And what can I say? It was another fantastic tag team finals for the Dusty Classic, with the GYV showing us why they're so well-rounded and one of the best tag teams on the planet. Also, the rookies, in quotes, MSK, showing us incredible athleticism and great teamwork. And after a back-and-forth battle, after it seems that GYV will finally win this tournament, MSK is able to rebound, come back, and finish them off. And that is it. MSK win the Dusty Classic. First of all, I'm all praises for this matchup. This was a very solid, good tag team encounter between both teams. But I really think that GYV should have won this. I mean, reaching the finals 1 year, that's one thing. Reaching the finals 2 years in a row and not winning the tournament? It seemed to me that it hurt GYV a little bit more than it helped MSK get over. We then get another clip with rap from Josiah Williams about Cameron Grimes. And I simply love it. I love it. I adore it. Cameron Grimes, shoot that guy to the moon and give that man a championship. The next matchup was a triple threat match for the Women's NXT Championship when Io Shirai defended that title against Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez. And what can I say? It was another good solid matchup, once again showcasing why NXT's women's division is one of the best divisions on the planet. I think the different styles of all three women gelled really well in this matchup, and yes, of course, there was the botch with the announcers table. Luckily, they were quick to think on their feet without losing a step and keep the match pace steady. Of course, this would not be a takeover without Io Shirai jumping off of something high, and in the end, Toni Storm tries to finish off Mercedes with a headbutt off the top rope when Io Shirai lands down with a moonsault of her own, pins Mercedes Martinez, and she retains the championship. Good matchup overall, but the big question is, who will be able to dethrone Io Shirai? Then we get to our main event. The main event gave us Finn Balor defending the NXT Championship against Pete Dunne, and this was match of the night. Once again, completely different from what I've imagined, but this was a technical spectacle. A lot of groundwork, a lot of mat-based wrestling. It was beautiful to see. And a lot of submission moves with Pete Dunne trying to work on Finn's arm and Finn trying to work on Pete's ankle. But that, of course, did not finish the match. The match continued on. It even looked for a quick second that Pete Dunne might actually be able to pull this off. But somehow, someway, Finn Balor was able to once again overcome all the odds, and after a stomp from the top rope, the coup de grace, and the Bloody Sunday, I am not calling it 1916, he's able to beat Pete Dunne, and he retains the NXT Championship. After the matchup, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch tried to assault Finn Balor when the members of the Undisputed Era came to the rescue. It came to the point where Kyle O'Reilly is shaking Finn Balor's hand. He tells him he respects him. He signals for maybe Finn Balor joining the Undisputed Era. It wasn't that clear cut, but still it was insinuated. Then, out of nowhere, Adam Cole super kicks Finn Balor in the face. O'Reilly and Adam Cole start to argue. Roderick Strong's trying to separate the two when Adam Cole super kicks Kyle O'Reilly.
And he super kicked our hearts.
After that betrayal, after that super kick heard around the world, Adam Cole is heading to the backstage when he calls Roddy to join him, but Roddy is having second thoughts. He doesn't know what to do. And that's how the show ends. This hurt the heart. This was painful because the Undisputed Era were a faction of brothers for the past almost 4 years. A faction that stood the test of time, and then came the betrayal no one thought would actually occur. And yes, Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly will be phenomenal. I have no idea where Roderick Strong is gonna go, or Bobby Fish for that matter. But if this truly is the end of the Undisputed Era, gentlemen, it has been one hell of a ride. And that's Undisputed. Overall review of the show. Once again, NXT Takeover delivers a great night of wrestling with good matches overall and an amazing outcome in the end. While I do think we had good solid matches for the night, there weren't the greatest matches in the world, but there were good matches nonetheless. With the main event, of course, being match of the night. Bottom line, once again, NXT Takeover does not disappoint. I have to give it a score of 7 out of 10. And that is our review. Now we would like to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. What did you think about NXT Takeover Vengeance Day? Do you agree or disagree with our score? We would love to read your comments. And also, if you want to stay notified when I'm uploading these videos, hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification button. And I'll see you next time with another Clothesline review. Thank you for watching.